On day 8, the Pfeiffers will be in Portland. Are you ready for the duck tour?
Of course we're ready. Land and sea.
Papa's ready. Jenny and Elizabeth's ready for duck tour? What are you looking forward to seeing the most?
We got off.
He's on the wrong tour. Yeah.
Jenny wants to see Longfellow House.
A couple of highlights happened in Portland. We went out on a lobster boat and got to be involved in the entire fishing process. So being able to help pull up traps and rebait traps and learn about fishing laws of lobster. That was a fascinating experience, which was highlighted by eating the lobster afterwards.
Tell us about the lobster catching activity.
We went out on a boat and collected some of their lobster cages, and they'd bring them up, and if there were lobster in them, they'd take them out and measure them. And in order to keep them, from their eye to the bottom of their back, it has to be 3.5 to 5 inches. and if it's bigger than that, they have to or smaller than that, they have to throw them back. But the cages had a lot of crabs in them.
Which they didn't keep.
Yeah, they
'cause
threw
they're
them all back.
right. So, would you want to be a lobster fisherman someday?
I think it could be very fun. I think it'd probably get old after a few weeks though.
You got to fill the traps with, like, re-trap them with the bait. We got to put the rubber bands on the claws of the lobsters that they caught. We got to push the trap back in after it was reset.
On the lobster tour, we learned all kinds of facts about lobster fishing. So for example, if a fisherman catches a lobster that is female, indicated by having eggs, they cut a notch in the tail and release it. And subsequent to that, if that lobster is ever caught again, they're required to release the notched-tailed females, and they're never allowed to be caught.
My second was in Maine when we did the lobster hunt, or the lobster catch. Not so much the eating, but the catch.
What did you learn about lobster catching?
How they bait the trap, how they have 2 traps, and that company we were with had 150 traps. And some of the pro, I don't know what you call them, the lobster fishermen can have up to 750 traps?
Yeah.
So some do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of traps.
One of my favorite activities in Maine was when we did get to go out on the lobster boat tour and we're able to learn all about how they catch lobsters, all the rules about it, what they can keep versus can't. And then after that activity, we were able to buy a few of the lobsters that they had on the boat, and then we had them cooked and got to eat it right after. So that was a great activity. This is the aftermath of our eating. Lucky catch. We had 3. All gone now. Eat them up, yum.
We got to Portland, Maine, and we found another soft serve ice cream shop. Delicious.